The campus is frequently visited by experts who conduct research and, in turn, offer eco-walks or workshops in fields like biology, photography, robotics, and astronomy. Placing themselves in the vastness of the universe has value to human beings wherever they dwell. Astronomy may seem far removed from day-to-day life in rural India, but with a few relatively simple telescopes, Agastya's teachers and their students can visit the moons of Jupiter. A ball weighted with sand and affixed with a mirror makes sunspots visible to the naked eye. Scientists who come to instruct teachers and conduct research on the Agastya campus have freedom to experiment with their own methods of teaching and to share the knowledge acquired over their illustrious careers. Teachers from rural areas rub elbows with some of the great scientific minds of India. In order to be a teacher, one must be a student every day. How well the children are taught depends upon how well the instructors present themselves and their subject matter. To spark creativity and curiosity, instructors of the highest caliber are nurtured and trained. Children are encouraged to ask questions when they are at Agastya. Because the teachers are being questioned, they must learn also as they help the children find answers. Teaching methods evolve as teachers themselves learn more. The enthusiasm and dedication of the instructors is evident. To these young men and women, this does not feel like a job. One teacher explains that she is no longer called just by her name. "Now I am Agastya Madam," she says proudly. They enjoy what they are doing. The opportunity for such a fulfilling career in a remote area like this is rare. Agastya, by its nature, is a very open institution, moving towards a clear goal. Scientists and educators come to lend their expertise and train the teachers, but they end up also taking into the world with them the energy and model of Agastya. While scientists, artists and other visitors instruct the teachers and children, some of the children are also selected for the Young Instructor Leader program. This program grew out of a shortage of teachers for a science fair. Older children who volunteered were trained and beautifully demonstrated models and experiments to the visitors. Children are selected to be young instructors when they show special interest and skill. As the learning pyramid suggests, we retain 95% of what we teach rather than if we merely see, hear or read. One of the subjects taught by the young instructors is ecology, an important focus at Agastya. The study of living things occurs in the biology lab. The ecology lab, however, is the entire campus. An arid zone fit for few plants and animals when the land was acquired, the campus now boasts a near miraculous number of life forms. As living monuments to the resurgence of life on the campus, several enormous banyan stumps, which had been cut and long since abandoned for highway construction, were salvaged to see if life could be coaxed from within them. Some growth is slowly emerging, as it is all over the campus. Scientists from prestigious institutions across India and around the world conduct research in ecology on the campus. The excitement is infectious as these experts share their discoveries with visitors in a nighttime eco-walk and delight in the abundance of nocturnal activity. A balavana has been constructed where plants are grown in concentric circles that represent birth, life and death. Based on the great Indian philosopher Sri Aurobindo's principles, the aromatic benefits produce healing energies and make this spiritual garden a perfect site for meditation. More basic lessons are taught in the vegetable garden, where children learn properties of the plants they eat and their nutritious benefits. A hill on the edge of campus is the site of 3 giant figures of a man, woman and child. Each maps Ayurvedic treatments for the particular parts of the body using the plants contained there. A show-and-tell classroom. Specific flowers and trees have been planted to create a bird and butterfly park. Now, there are hundreds of species of butterflies, flowers and other animal, insect and plant life previously thought to be extinct in this part of the country. Around the world, communities are trying to go green and rectify some of the damage done through years of taking our planet for granted. It is important for everyone to know the consequences of the choices they make and to realize the vital role they play in the ecological cycle. As ecology is the study of environments that support life, Agastya is the ecosystem for the minds of young children and their teachers. Mobile labs visit rural villages after dark and whole families gather at a central location, often illuminated only by the lanterns the vans carry. Communities learn about the importance of ecology, the value of Ayurvedic plants, and other lessons useful in their lives. Instructors in turn learn from the villagers about such traditions as the medicinal uses for many of the local plants. Agastya also reaches communities through science fairs which come into town with all the excitement of a travelling circus. For a few days, young instructors demonstrate low-cost experiments and elaborate models to children from the local schools. Like the Discovery Centre, the science fairs stress an interactive, hands-on experience. This is Agastya's best platform to showcase its greatest strengths, among them peer teaching and low-cost experiments. Like the mobile lab instructors, the children Agastya touches become change agents when they return to their villages. Through their excitement about furthering their studies, many children are able to change their family's view on the value of education. If children are to flourish, it is important to dispel myths and open the minds of adults so that they allow the Agastya instructors to teach their children. One visit to Agastya one day can make a huge difference, turning on a light for a child. Children are at the center of all programs, all planning and all methodologies at Agastya. The solution seekers and providers of tomorrow are able to think creatively because they have been prepared for that. Agastya knows how to spark curiosity in India's children. That is simple. It is the number of children to be reached that sets up the real challenge. What do you want to be when you grow up? For children from poor rural areas, their futures often have already been laid out for them. Purnima wants to be a biology teacher at Agastya when she grows up. She has an appreciation for learning, an appetite for discovery, and an aptitude for leadership. The Agastya touch has made Purnima positive about her future potential. She intends to be a winner of the Intel Prize when she is older. Since many children like Purnima are first-generation learners, such a goal is an enormous stride for them. Purnima and her classmates have been co-learners with their teachers in Agastya's creative learning environment. They have not only been provided with lessons in science, but with a map for living life as good citizens with strength of character. It is important for children like Purnima to learn that their ideas and discoveries matter just as their opinions and votes will matter as they become India's future. Agastya's presence in the rural setting is crucial in furthering the development of India through the inclusion of her poor and often disenfranchised. As the spirit of Agastya spreads throughout the country and around the world, it is bringing the rural poor to the table as India makes her mark on the global scene.